Hello sir, this is Funny and my registration number is 20MIS0313 and today I'm here to make software construction and maintenance theory DA1 on the topic of testing types and I'm going to do script testing execution in this video. And coming to the software testing, like it is one of the most prominent testing phases or what can I say, like SDLC phase in this today's scenario, where the product is not released without doing software testing. As we all know that if a product is going to released in the market, it undergoes through various types of testings, and after passing through those testing phases only it is going to be released. And in this video we are talking about what are all the types of testings that are being done in the projects in a company. And here we can see that there are mainly two types of software testing, where one is manual testing and another one is automation testing. In that manual testing we have three types, where uh, white box, black box and gray box. Let's understand the difference between the white box and black box testing now. Here you can see that in the black box testing approach, you can see just input and output is being drawn, which means that a black box testing only considers whether the correct output is coming according to that given input. It just executes or it just evaluates whether output is correct or not according to that input only. And but it is different from the white box testing approach, where the input is given and expected output is also already determined, and that logic is also seen in that testing, which means that every functionality in that project should be executed correctly, and the logic of that code and the structure of that code is being measured or is tested in this white box testing approach. And moving to the previous slide, here we also have another type of testing is black box testing. Let's move to the gray box testing. I'm sorry. Gray box testing is a combination of both black box and white box, which means that it evaluates correct input and correct output scenario, and also both the logic and the structure of the code that we have implemented in that application. And when we move to the black box testing, we have two types of testings actually. One of the thing is functional testing, and another is non-functional testing. And when it comes to the functional testing, we have unit testing, integration testing and system testing. Okay, let's look at this unit testing. Like unit testing means that we know that a system contains many different modules, such as login module, which is also we can also say sign up module and sign in module, and main functionality page or main page it could be, and payment module, and summary, payment history, etc. There are many different modules, but and the module's logic will be separately written for every individual module. So how the integration is good with another module is being determined by the unit testing. And also the thing is that in that unit testing we are evaluating that how far the individual module is good at its performance. Like we are not going to look at the how it is interacting with another module. Like we are just about to see that how it is good at doing that logic part in the unit testing. So here in this unit testing we are going to see that every individual module is going to be tested, and it is giving a correct output according to the correct input or not. That's it. And when it comes to the integration testing, we have two types, which is incremental and non-incremental testing. And another thing I want to mention, that unit testing and integration testing are performed by the developer, where like the developer will type that code and he executes and he evaluates. While evaluating, he'll do unit testing and integration testing. And the system testing, performance testing, usability testing, and compatibility testing are done by the tester, but unit testing and integration testing are done by the developer itself. And let's move to this point: incremental testing and non-incremental testing. Within this incremental testing, we have top-down integration testing and bottom-up integration testing. Let's look at that top-down and bottom-up integration testings. Here we can see this is the top-down integration testing. We have steps here, right? You can see here this is the parent module. If we consider this as a parent module, this could be the child module. If this is a parent module, these B, C, D are child modules, and E, F, G are child modules for BCD. And we can consider stubs for child modules actually, and stubs are nothing but the dummy modules. So here in this top-down integration approach, we are going to see that how the parent modules are going to interact with the child modules. That thing only we are about to evaluate. Like if the B is good at interacting with E and F, like it is taking input and output from E and F to B as well as from B to E and F, then we can say that that integration is good from top down actually. So for this we are using dummy modules. If the child modules are considered to be dummy modules, then those are called as the stubs actually. And also it is written that if the parent module is not working, child also doesn't work. So we need to ensure that the parent module should work good. So that's why only we are attaching the child modules like other, like we can say it as stubs. We are attaching stubs to that modules in order to determine if it acts as good as a parent module or not. And when it goes to the bottom up approach, we use drivers actually. Drivers are equivalent to steps. Both are dummy modules, but if a child is a dummy module, then we call it as step. But if a parent module is dummy, then we consider it as a driver. So you can see here that the A considered as driver module, which means that the parent module is considered as dummy, and we are evaluating whether the child modules are good at performing, or these modules can be considered as child modules or not to a parent module. So here we are evaluating BCD, and here A is the dummy module, which is driver. And in industries for troubleshooting problems, we use this bottom-up approach, and bottom-up approach is like very cost effective, and user guide will be prepared, and configuration document is also going to be prepared actually. And let's move on to our main slide, and here you can see system testing. System testing ensures that if we develop a project, it will be in some GB, like in gigabytes. That size will be in gigabytes, but we are making that system into such megabytes, like MB size files only. Like how we are going to do that? And after doing it in the system testing, we ensure that it is good at performing in our system or not. Like if a user, if a tester wants to test that application in his own PC or laptop, anything, like he should first install it, right, to test that application. So so developers should ensure that it is good at system testing or not. So it is good at installation, at the installation part it is good or not. And you can say all the modules that are being in that project are being installed or not. Like he should ensure that no modules or no files should not miss. Every file should be downloaded correctly, and every file should be located in their respective positions, and they should do their particular work with seamless integration. And when it comes to the non-functional testing, we have performance, usability testing, and compatibility testing. Let's go with the performance testing. Till now we have seen how the system is going to work, or simply we can say that if the system is working correctly or not. That's all we are about to see in this functional testing. But when it comes to the non-functional testing, we meant that system performs good, like system will be performing, but how far it is performing good, or how what is the ability of that system, is it performing good or not, or how far it is good performing, like in terms of speed, fast, and in without any latency, and all will be done in the performance testing. Let's go with the load testing. In this load testing, like imagine a scenario like if you deploy a project in world wide web, and you can see that many users will be coming to that website at a time. So there is such a scenario that the project may get crashed because of more number of user requests. So we ensure that how much load it is going to take uh, when more number of users are coming at a time. That is called the load testing. And when it comes to the stress testing, we ensure that how the performance of that project or the system is going to be when it comes to more number of users are working on it. So we ensure that the performance, like is that working at high speed or low speed, or is it working with low latency or high latency when it comes to the more number of users, and that will be evaluated when it comes to the stress testing. And when it comes to the scalability testing, like we all know, when it comes to the cloud applications, we used to do this scale up and scale down, or scaling and scale out. Scale up and scale down means that uh, you can see that if that application is running at higher level of performance, then we are going to increase that. To increase that performance, we are going to do scale up, which means that the performance of that application in cloud, in server, or in a database will be increased, which is scalable. That means in normal times it is okay. When user wants to do higher performance, then it's scale up, and it will give that such performance. And also, as we have discussed earlier, that there is such scenario where the users will be coming at a time, many number of users will be coming at a time, then we do scale out. Scale out, which means that we deploy uh, another two or three servers, or it could be like not two or three, it could be many servers, based on that user requirement. We'll just increase that server count, and we make users not get disturbed or not get any latency, and we make the performance of that system good. And when it comes to stability testing, here we test that stability of that system when it comes to the more users. And also, if we wants to expect more performance from that system, then we go with the stability testing, and we'll do that stability testing, and we conclude that what is the stability of that system. And when it comes to the usability testing, like how far is that system is very usable to that user, like I can give an example. Like here you can see that this website, this is an Medi one, which is developed by a team, and which is an online medical store. And in that medical store, you can see that the interface is such clean, like it just shows sign up or sign in. And if you click order your medicines, and it hits you back to the sign in or sign up. Like that, the interface should be very neat and clean. Let's sign in into this website and check how far it is good for usable. I'm just logging into my website, and here you can see the medicine image and medicine description with not more than 10 lines, and user can enter whatever quantity he wants to, and he can click on add to cart. And within this cart, he can see what are all the medicines that have been previously entered by that user. And I'm going to delete this cart. Just a second. Yeah, it's been deleted. Now you can see if I click a view cart, no product is being displayed here. So we can click back here, and also you can come very back. to the login page. So let's leave about that. So how far it is good at usable, like how far the user is going to see that it has is usable or not, the interface is user friendly or not, and the user is good at navigating to different modules or not, that and all will be performed in this usability testing. And for this usability testing we may go for Figma tool also for designing that interface designs. And and finally compatibility testing. And we can see that if we develop an application, if it is compatible for Windows, or is it compatible for Mac, or is it compatible for Linux, that and all we can check in this compatibility testing. And now we are going to work on the script testing tool. In this script testing tool, I'm going to use test complete tool as a testing tool, where I'm going to write the script. For time being, I've already written the script. And as I told you earlier, like this is my website, food ordering system. Like you can see that medicine list is being available. Let's go back to the main page. This is our index page. This is our index page. And you can see sign in or sign up things. You have already seen that sign in. I've already logged into that website. Let's go with the sign up. Let's check that sign up module working. You can see here it is asking us to enter different types of fields like name, phone number, email, password, and it is again asking us to confirm the password, male or female gender, and it is asking for address. Like shall let's understand why we are going to do this script testing. Like the developer develops this sign up module, right? And in this sign up module, he may have some validations, like your name should not be 6754 like the numerical. Your name should be meaningful way, like anonymous, like that. And the phone number should not be a text one. The phone number input should be a number part, and it should be 10 digit value. And he expects email should be with at the rate mark. If there is no at the rate in your email ID that you have entered in the text field, then it is going to be rejected. So that and all validations should be included by the developer while developing that application. uh, so we may consider the scenario that developer already developed this module, and he also included all these validations that he wants to perform. But in order to test those validations, like he needs to enter again and again. If he wants to test the name text field, whether it is accepting text or numerical, he wants to test this field, then he should enter all these text fields, right? This is an sign up form with only uh, not less than 5 to 10 text fields. But imagine if there is any situation there, he might write hundreds of text fields, then it might be a burden for the developer. So for testing one text field, he need to enter all the remaining text fields, which may burden for him. So we developed this script testing part. Like it's a test complete based script testing, in which we write the code. For time being, I've already written the code. Let me explain all this code at once. Like in this browser, we are asking the browser to be Chrome, and what is that URL that to be directed directly, and it goes to that URL. And after that, it goes to the page BS design one, and in that navigation menu, uh, it clicks on that sign up button. After that, it clicks, it will wait. After that, the sign up module will start displaying, and will set that values by default. Like I have set this as unknown, and name as unknown, phone number as this text field. Wait, let me show you. like 1234 something phone number, which is a 10-digit value, and mail, my mail 30, like that. I've already written all those text fields so that it will automatically enter that value and it displays you. Like I've just closed my Chrome tab and I'm just clicking on this run button. It starts executing automatically without my intervention. So it is going to redirect to that web page. I'm not going to do anything. You can see here it opened Chrome, and after opening that Chrome, it will automatically enter that value, like the website URL. You can see here. So let me pause this and test this again. Let me execute this again. Click stop. I guess it is taking more time. So as we have stopped this execution, so it will generate a script test log, uh, and we didn't perform the full test, right? So let's execute this once again. Let's see how it's going to be work. It just takes more amount of time. I don't know why. It takes more amount of time. It should automatically enter that URL. Like it just automatically entered that URL. After that, it should hit that sign up button. It automatically hits sign up button, and it should automatically write all those values. There is no my intervention. It's just executing by entering all those values. Selected male, gender, and address, and if I click register now, like you can see that this module is being registered, and it also went to that cart item, and it automatically closes that browser, and it comes to this test complete tool, and it will generate a new script test log in which every part, like you can see here at what time it did what click and what input it has given, like it entered text unknown, and with that leftmost button, and it entered that phone number, mail id, password, and reconfirming that password. Everything has been undergone through this, and you can see here the symbol, you can see the symbol, right, tick mark with the green label. So we consider this as checkpoint, which means that it executed perfectly, and the user has been signed up. So let's violate one of the validation in this website. Like let me violate this mail id thing. Like let me just write it as my 30, and I'm going to close this browser. My 30, it doesn't have any at the rate mark, and I'm going to execute this project. You can see it again open that browser without my intervention. After that, it goes to the sign up module. Let's just wait to redirect that to that URL. Okay, it went to that, and details are being automatically filled, and mail ID I have given my30 without having any at the rate mark here. So let's just see if it accepts or not. Oh yeah, it is not accepting. You can see here it is asking us to include at the rate in this text field. uh, let's wait for that, for the result in this test complete tool. Like it didn't went to that cart module, and it generated a scripted test log automatically. Let's just look at that result. You can see here into mark, which means that that object link card doesn't exist, which means the form is not submitted, right? Without just entering into that form, how it clicks that cart thing. So it failed at that module, and it conveys to that developer that the email text field is executing clearly and it is working perfectly fine, which means that it is not accepting that request sign up form. Okay, like I just wanted to convey this, that validation using that script test, um, and that's all for this video. Thank you, sir.